Have you ever been stuck at home during a winter blizzard with no way to get essential items? Or has a severe storm caused you and your community to lose power for days on end? Hi, it's Steve from Parts Select. In this video, we'd like to help you prepare for the unexpected so you are equipped for whatever nature brings. Many people in today's society rely on such things as e-commerce to source the necessities for everyday living. Their lifestyles may also involve short-term supplies of essential items such as food and water. When disaster strikes, this type of supply chain may cause severe difficulties in obtaining the bare necessities of life. The tips that we share with you today are basically general in nature. Depending on your own family dynamics, you can tailor these to your own specific needs. Number one on your list should be drinking water. An active person will typically use about 2 quarts of water per day. Children, nursing mothers, and the ill may require more, so you should plan on at least 1 gallon per person per day. We suggest that you use bottled water that is FDA approved and therefore will have a longer shelf life. A good idea is to use up that water at the end of the year so you have a fresh supply on hand at all times. Food preparation and sanitization will require at least another 2 quarts per day per person. Water used for bathing and other sanitation needs can be any type of potable water. A quick tip regarding the potable water is you can freeze that in containers, and that will help preserve your food in your refrigerator. In addition to extra water for bathing and sanitation needs, there are some other items that we need to consider as well. Be sure to have a supply of hand soap and liquid dish detergent. And be sure to keep an adequate supply of personal hygiene products, such as toothpaste, shampoo, deodorant, and hand sanitizer. It's also important that you keep an adequate supply of toilet paper, paper towels, hand towels, and washcloths. And you'll also want to make sure that you keep an adequate, at least 1 week supply of non-prescription drugs. This would include things like aspirin, Tylenol, antacids, etc. Now, there are any number of miscellaneous items that you should have on hand as well. This will include such essentials as a battery operated or a wind-up type radio. You'll want to keep on hand a flashlight or 2 and some spare batteries. It's also a good idea to keep a few candles on hand and a method to light them, such as a barbecue type lighter or a small portable lighter. Another item that can be very helpful is a battery operated lantern or a fuel-operated lantern. And be sure to keep extra fuel if that's the type of lantern you're going to use. And be sure to have a first aid kit on hand. If you haven't looked at it recently, be sure that it's fully stocked and up to date. If you have a generator, be sure it's in good working condition and that you have lots of fuel on hand. As a side note, you should store your fuel separately and not in the generator's tank. Another handy item to have is some plastic utility tarps. If your roof develops a leak in a storm, a tarp is a handy way to temporarily fix that. And one of the most important things that you should keep on hand in any storm is cash. If the power goes out in your community, most businesses can only do cash transactions. And lastly, we'll share a few tips with you as well. If you have advance notice of a storm, it's a good idea to make sure that your vehicles are fully fueled up. You may also wish to park them near the end of your driveway for easy access to a major route. If it's a winter storm that you're expecting, be sure to keep your snow removal tools handy to your house. If you have a wood burning appliance, be sure to keep a supply of wood handy. Now, with today's generation, we rely so much on our phones and electronic devices, it's also a good idea to make sure that these are fully charged before a storm approaches. And lastly, it's a good idea to keep a bathtub full of water in preparedness for your storm. Thank you so much for watching this video. We certainly hope that the tips we've shared with you today will help you compile your own storm preparedness list. For more videos on appliance repair, maintenance, and cleaning tips, be sure to visit our website. If you have any tips or suggestions that you'd like to share, be sure to put them in the comments section below. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss a thing.